In this video, I'm gonna break down, react, and review Take a Break from Hamilton. So, let's sing something. La la la! If you are new to my channel, be sure to like and subscribe. Hit that little bell icon. My channel teaches you how to sing. Yay! Now today is video number 4 of a 7-part series where me and my 2 lovely guests who have never seen Hamilton before will watch the entire musical from start all the way to finish. Now there's 7 different songs that we're actually going to stop, hit pause, and then review live with you guys in this series. Those songs were voted on in my community tab through my subs, so you guys actually chose them. If you didn't choose them and you're watching this and you're like, hey, I didn't choose it, well, then you're not my sub, and you should be. You should subscribe. Every video will come out, a new one on Monday for a Musical Monday. So, without further ado, let me introduce my first guest of today. Introducing Danny! Yay! All right, Danny, we're going to start off with a quiz. Are you ready?
No. Yes.
Name the last musical that you saw live.
Oh, shoot. That's a good question. Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Ooh, you were in it.
Oh, God, that was so long ago. That was so long ago.
With little, like, red, tight, short things.
They were gold, actually.
Oh, okay.
Get it right. I always had, wanted to see the live production that most small productions do in small towns. Santa Cruz had one this one year, and I was like, I haven't seen it in a while. Let's go check it out. They didn't do too bad. The crowd participation dissipated quite a bit. Not many people know a lot of the add-ons that the crowd gets into, I've forgotten a lot of them, as a matter of fact, but it's a classic.
All right, question number 2. Name a non-Broadway singer that you think would be crazy if you put them in a musical.
Dead or alive?
There's no rules.
There's no rules?
There's no rules.
There's no rules!
Whitney Houston.
Wait, hasn't she?
Did you just say Whitney Houston?
Yeah.
My mind is boggled. That's like, it's a great answer.
Rachel's freaking out offset. You're not on set, Rachel! Shut up over there!
What's so weird about that? What?
I don't know. Just give me more other than just Whitney Houston.
Literally the first introduction I had in music was truly when I lived with my grandparents for a year when I was about 8. And he had a record player where he only had like 5 records that he would allow me to put on the record player. Whitney Houston was one of them. She always seemed very dramatic also. She always just seemed to kind of put in a lot of extra effort into the character she was singing into, and I think a lot of that has to do with musicals and making sure that you can project emotion. She was definitely someone that can do that. That did that well.
Awesome. Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Didn't expect that. Yeah. Introducing Rachel!
You think I'm lovely?
I do think you're lovely.
I heard that part.
Are we both in? Come on and scooch you forward a little bit.
On it.
She's all up on it.
I'm all up on it.
Okay, quiz time. And where'd my notes go? Okay. Quiz time. Name the last musical you ever saw live.
Ooh, Wicked?
Really? Where?
No,
I want details.
I think it was, it wasn't like the real one. It was like, it was the real one. It was like my...
It was the knockoff.
It was like a knockoff version, I think, in like my college town or something. Like we went to like a live performance of Wicked by like the theater students or something.
Have you ever seen anything on Broadway or off Broadway?
I think when my mom and I went there we went to New York for my 18th birthday and we were supposed to go to a show, but then we found out tickets were like $1 million. So we didn't go. But we stood outside and took pictures at the...
That counts.
We took pictures outside, yeah. So
you're like, I'm here.
I was like, we tried.
Okay, question number 2. Name a non-Broadway singer that you think would be crazy if they were singing on Broadway.
I think Evan Rachel Wood has a really nice low, kind of husky singing voice, and I really like the way she sounds in Across the Universe. Like the way that, like, I mean, I know that's a musical, I bet, but but she's not been cheater. Wait, is that included?
I don't know. And don't forget before we get started that if you would like a free voice lesson with me, be sure to screenshot this video, post it on Instagram, tag Songs from a Suitcase, and then comment below when you do that. I choose one winner every single week to get a free live voice lesson with me here on YouTube. Let's get started.
Amazing. Cut. Done. Print.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day. I trust you'll understand the reference to another Scottish tragedy without my having to name the play. They think.
So as he's going through this right here, this is clearly within a speaking voice of his. I've heard him talk before and he sounds almost exactly like this. So if you're practicing this, just say the words, send them across the room, think of them heading forward, and just go with that same tone and that same direction within it in order to keep the sound that he's doing.
Macbeth. Ambition is my folly, I'm a polymath, a pain in the ass of massive pain. Madison is Banquo, Jefferson's Macduff, and Burnham Wood is Congress on its way to Dunsinane. There you are, an ocean away. Do you have to live an ocean away? Thoughts of you subside, then I get another letter, and I cannot put the notion away. Take a break.
All right, so right there within her tone, it's that push and pull where she's opening up the space, and they both did it at the same time with the it's like back and forward. There's that dynamic junction that they both decided, and I'm sure the music director decided as well with them, this is the momentum that we want to put within here.
Referenced a line with something about him being a polymath, and I just recently found out what that word means. It basically just means like you just want to know as much information as possible. Like you want to be like a human computer, basically.
Oh, okay.
Intentionally or unintentionally, whatever. But yeah, but they use polymath, and I was like, oh, that's like me. So that's why I reacted. If anybody was wondering why I like gasped in the middle of a song for no reason, it's because of a word that they used that I was excited about. So that's me. Hi. Yes.
There's a little surprise before supper and it cannot wait.
I'll be there in just a minute.
Baby, that she's
Okay.
Your son is 9 years old today. He has something he'd like to say.
He's 9.
He's been practicing all day.
Oh, that's the son.
Take it away.
I was wondering who it was supposed to be.
Daddy, look. My name is Philip.
What?
I am a poet. I wrote this poem just to show it. And I just turned 9. You could write rhymes, but you can't write mine. I practice French and play piano with my mother. I have a sister, but I want a little brother. My daddy's trying to start America's bank.
For the summer, let's go upstairs.
9-year-old, bro.
I've got so much on my plate.
We can all go stay with my father. There's a lake I know in a nearby pond.
Do you like to sing? Then you should join my Facebook group. We go live with vocal warm-ups, singing Saturdays, warm-up Wednesdays, and even our monthly group challenge with all sorts of prizes. Click the link in the description below and join our creative community of singers just like you.
You want to go have sex?
What?
I think I completely misunderstood what's happening. It's like she's trying to list off places they could go to have sex, and I was very confused.
Philippa Sue's vocals, by the way, were beautiful. She's still doing that push and pull that I'm talking about, where she has a really, really strong habit within this character, and I am seeing it start to develop vocally as we're watching this whole musical. It is becoming a little bit more of a heavier sound, but she is definitely, she doesn't straight sing her notes. They're not like, in a nearby lake, it's in a nearby lake. It's like, she kind of pulls the sound sound back and then leads it forward. And she does this a lot throughout her singing. And that's what you're hearing within the movement.
Yeah.
Take a break.
Stay with us for the summer. Let's go upstate.
Eliza, I've got so much on my plate.
We can all go stay with my father. There's a lake I know in a nearby pond.
to go.
You and I can go when the night gets dark.
Okay, hang on. I've never heard her breathe that loud. It was very, very clear where she was breathing. It was a... I don't know if that was a character choice or not. That's not normal for her to do. She
Maybe
normally
the
is
song was
very
harder.
open and clear with her breath, but it was almost like
There's a lot of
It
words.
almost sounds like she was trying to rap.
There-
kind
yeah,
of.
there
There
was
were
a lot of words.
Yes.
Like to try and as well as her
And keeping it at a
her
consistent
note
volume,
being
like
a relatively
the
high
breath
note. It was just above her talking page.
I totally agree with that, but there's been previous parts where she's rapped just as much and you couldn't hear her breathe.
It's true.
And she does a silent breath of fully opening up. The sound comes when there's something in the way, but character choice could have happened.
It
as well.
could have been. 'Cause
But
she's
I
writing
know
a
she
letter.
can. She
Yeah.
just didn't for some
Well,
reason.
she's reading a letter.
Yeah.
She's
Oh,
narrating.
got
a
it.
letter.
Maybe.
With the comma after dearest, you've written my dearest Angelica. Anyway, all this to say, I'm coming home this summer at my sister's invitation. I'll be there with your family if you make your way upstate. I know you're very busy, I know your work's important, but I'm crossing the ocean and I just can't wait. You won't be an ocean away, you'll only be a moment away. Alexander, come downstairs. Angelica's arriving today.
I didn't hear it as much there.
Yeah.
Angelica.
Oh!
The Schuyler sisters.
Alexander. It's good to see your face.
I love how Renee really, really opens up her mouth within all of her sounds. Every single chance that she has, she's really opening up her space. Whereas Philippa Sue doesn't. She just doesn't quite as much. She's more ping to the front, a more young, youthful, and it's really separating the difference between the two characters for sure. All right.
I could tell this man, John Adams, spends the summer with his family.
Angelica, tell my wife, John Adams doesn't have a real job anyway.
Shots fired.
Joining us, wait.
I'm afraid I cannot join you upstate.
Alexander, I came all this way. Take a break.
You know I have to get my plan to Congress.
Run away with us for the summer. Let's go
I
upstate.
lose my job if we don't get this plan to Congress.
We'll all go stay with our father.
The timing. So listen in right there as we get into this, and they're going to start duet more and more. I know, I just stopped it. But listen to the difference in the approach of Renee's approach and Philippa's approach. Philippa approaches all of her notes with a delay and then a pull and push. Renee's right open, bam, right up on top. So listen to the difference.
I like when they're singing at the exact same time, though, and they were able to take the two different ways that they sing and make them laugh. It's like all of a sudden it was like two ships passing, and for like a brief moment they were like, do, 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 do. And I'm like,
I take a break and get away for the summer. Let's go upstate where we can stay. With us. If you take my hand, you'll make your mind rise and dream when the night gets dark.
yeah.
Okay.
There's
a lot going on in that moment.
So
Yeah.
right when you said
A
the big
lot.
open, and I noticed her. There's two things. One,
Philippa Sue, I'm going to help here.
Philippa, she still has that very wide E, even in her ahs. She just had the chance to drop her jaw for the ah moment, and she, if you look at it, she was very egg-shaped, going sideways. And then I look over to
Renee.
She's pointing every bit of her high note upward. Her jaw is literally pointing to the ceiling. And
Yeah.
I was like, wow, wait a minute.
And when you're hitting a high note, especially as you're learning and gaining control, you want to drop the jaw, open up the space, and sit down into the note rather than push up or pull this way, as it causes tension. But since they're more advanced singers, they can kind of get away with this because they've created the muscle memory within and inside. So character-wise, they can show and display different things for the character on the outside, while on the inside, the vocals are still doing what they need to do.
Take a break.
I have to get my plan through Congress. I can't stop.
Oh, come on,
This
man.
plan through Congress.
Take a break.
Take a break with two ladies.
Dude, obviously, what?
Oh.
Man, what a loser. Sorry. I'm sorry. Like, he's not, obviously, but like, bro, like, it's one weekend. It'll be okay.
Go ahead and click here for my free cheat sheet teaching you how to sing with tips, tricks, and all sorts of different things. Go ahead and click here for the whole series of this Hamilton video as we go through it, and come hang out with me in my Facebook group. We do challenges, cool stuff. I'll see you in the next song. La, la, la.